If you consider yourself a 5 year previous version of you and you compare your current version with that, you are much more brighter, you are much more smarter, you're much more knowledgeable, right? It always keeps on evolving in that aspect. So it is so crucial to extend forgiveness and compassion to the past self. And I found that relief when I started implementing that, because and I'm not just talking about past self in the previous year, but truly past self being the past versions of ourselves over so many years. Because we carry a lot of energies and we carry a lot of emotions, unhelpful, negative emotions from past, maybe as past as even from our childhood, which probably are not helpful for us in our current reality. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Be Your Unapologetic Self podcast show. I am your host, Sharayu, coming here up with a very interesting episode, which is all about going beyond goal setting and aligning with our true authentic self to pursue and manifest our New Year goals and vision. Happy 2023 to all of you, amazing people. I hope that this new year is filled with lots and lots of happiness, health, well being, love, wealth, everything that your heart desires. Wish you a truly abundant, fulfilled, and flourishing 2023. Last year has been one of the most life-changing year for me, truly in a lot of sense. Because it definitely was a year for me which got so many things into perspective, gave me so much of clarity, gave me so much of confidence, and truly a turning point for me in a lot of ways. And I truly mean when I say in a lot of ways, it's going beyond just any particular aspect of my life. But it was a year that I truly made a decision to embrace my whole authentic self. And this is a topic for today, which I'll be discussing more in detail. What does that truly means? The 2022 was an epic year in itself with so many lessons, wisdom, so much of releasing of everything that was not serving me, not helping me, and which I knew for quite some time that I have to release them. And I knew it for quite some time that I had to release all the unhelpful patterns, the limiting beliefs, and all of these negative stories which were actually governing my life. Finally, the point came when I decided that enough is enough. Like, I'm going to change it and do what I truly want to do, what I'm meant to do in a way. But it was not always a very easy kind of a decision or a path, surely. And it had its own ups and downs and the journey that I had to go through, for which I am so tremendously grateful, because I know in my heart that had it not been the way it happened, the time it took, and also thankful that I gave myself that time, space, and grace to really process everything and then to start something which I truly wanted to. And that's what I did towards the end of 2022. I actually took the time off to really integrate, to process everything, so that I knew that when I'm starting a new year, I'm starting it on a very clean slate and I'm knowing what I'm bringing into my creation. For this year, New Year 2023, I thought of going just beyond the goal setting kind of a thing. Now, I like this energy of New Year always because it definitely is a collective energy which kind of accumulates towards the fact of ending of one thing and beginning of something new. The new beginning, having that new platform, that new day for ourselves to create. And that is a cumulative energy all around. However, we all know very deep within that nothing dramatically or drastically changes just with the calendar year, right? It's not like, okay, today 1st Jan, everything would change. So that is never the case. However, the energies are so vibrant that we know that we want to do something, and anything new that we want to birth into, this is the right time to set intentions and goals for. However, for this year, I thought of going beyond this traditional kind of a goal setting thing, like, okay, this is what I truly want for me to happen, this is what I want to create, and all of those things. because I have done this process quite a lot in the past itself, in my past as well. And it honestly had never helped me to very much that greater extent, because most of the times things turn out in a very different way. And in fact, I have come to a conclusion to believe that they turn out in a way so that you come to a position which is meant for you, so that you are actually on the right path in your life, in your purpose, and actually meant everything happens because it gets you onto the right path. That is what I firmly believe, and that is what that is what I have truly trust in this process. So for the new year 2023, I decided that rather than doing just some goal setting and or the list of things that I want to create or want to manifest or want to achieve, I would rather focus on the energies which I want to embody. And one of the biggest, most important factor here comes is to be in my authentic whole self alignment. And that is where everything started to fall in place. And I was thinking like, okay, what should be my goal for this year? Or, what should I create something, or what should be the goal that would truly make me feel fulfilled in a way? So when I look back on December 2023, end of the year, that yes, this year was truly fulfilling in so many ways and flourishing in so many ways. And I felt that the same for 2022 as well. It had its own lesson, it had its own flavor for the things that it wanted to teach me, but towards the end, I was feeling so fulfilled and flourished. And I knew that when it comes to 2023, this is the energy that I want to bring in. So, my strategy for 2023 was to get past just doing a traditional kind of a goal setting and actually integrate and align with my authentic whole self, to pursue then my goals and vision in a much more ease and fulfilled way. So when I say coming into an authentic whole self integration and alignment, there are three keys to this. And let me tell you what are these three keys first, and then I'll explain each of them. So the three keys here for integration and aligning with your authentic whole self involves, firstly, integrating your past self. Secondly, embodying the present energy. And third is aligning with your future self. So if you see here, is primarily integrating and getting together your past self, your future self, and your present self energy in your present now. It is more about how when we start integrating all of these three aspects of ourselves, we come into our authentic whole alignment. And let me tell you all that this process has been truly magical and life-changing. It is a game changer. This is what I have been doing, integrating and implementing in this last a few months, like in November, December, especially when I took a break from creation and, all of this thing. And it truly helped me to elevate my perspective and help me to get into the right set frame of mind, new year with the new energy. So what do I mean by this three keys and three codes? So let me start with the first aspect, which is integrating our past self. It's never like, okay, you start a new year from a fresh calendar year and everything in the past goes away, right? It's never like that. But now there is a key and there is a magic once we start integrating our past self, which means that from my perspective, I'll tell you what does that mean to me. Going ahead in this new year, or for that matter in this new phase for me in life, I knew that I want to take the lessons, the wisdom, the knowledge that I have gained from all of my past experiences. Because it is because of them that enabled me to evolve, to become who I am today. The next key here was to extend forgiveness and compassion to my past self. Yes, it was so crucial and it is so essential. Because you think of it, it's like every year as we progress, even if you consider the calendar year to be a new year or anything, it doesn't matter. But as a year go by, if you consider yourself a 5-year previous version of you and you compare your current version with that, you are much more brighter, you are much more smarter, you're much more knowledgeable, right? It always keeps on evolving in that aspect. So it is so crucial to extend forgiveness and compassion to the past self. And I found that relief when I started implementing that, because, and I'm not just talking about past self in the previous year, but truly past self being the past versions of ourselves over so many years. Because we carry a lot of energies and we carry a lot of emotions, unhelpful, negative emotions from past, maybe as past as even from our childhood, which probably are not helpful for us in our current reality. So, extending forgiveness and compassion to that past self who would have dimmed their light, who would have shut themselves down, who would have not known a better way to express themselves authentically or to do a right thing at the right moment with their knowledge, with their capabilities, and with their wisdom. Extending forgiveness and compassion to the past self, it truly frees us from the past. And this is a topic which I have been speaking about since I feel like episode 1 and through all of my work. And this is a work which I truly do and I am passionate about because I know it creates a lot of changes in individual. Once you start recognizing, identifying and releasing, transmuting in, ultimately alchemizing any kind of fear, limitations, unhelpful patterns that are not enabling you to be your highest potential in your present or in your future. Once we start releasing them, truly magic starts happening. You create space for the new things to enter and you create that kind of a life which probably you just think it is not even like it's possible for others or it's too big to dream or whatever could be the reason. It is all because of certain elements in your past which you're still holding on to. And once we release that, oh my god, like reality shifts. That truly happens. So the part 1 is integrating your past self, the first key. The second key is embodying the present energy. Now, once we have integrated the past self with forgiveness, compassion, taking the lessons and wisdom, transmuting and alchemizing any negative emotion, energies, thoughts. The next is we need to get clear on what is the present moment energy that you want to embody. And when I say embodiment, it truly goes much beyond just picking some words and writing some affirmations or visualizing it or meditating it. It is all about getting those things, those values and virtues in your current reality, in your beingness, in your body. That is what is embodiment. Embodiment work is another practice and work which I am passionate about, and I teach that in my session, in my coaching, because I know again it is absolutely life changing. So, coming to the embodiment of the present energy, the key codes and energy for this year, which I have chosen for myself to embody in my present, are nourish and expand. So, nourish is just not nourishing the physical body, right? It's truly required. That is of topmost priority, of course, your health, your well-being. But nourish for me is going beyond just my physical body. It's about nourishing my mind, my thoughts, emotion, energy, and action. Everything to be in alignment with the goals and vision that I want to manifest or the kind of life that I want to live. So, nourish is holistically nourishing ourselves so that we become whole integrated in a way that it becomes easier and aligned and fulfilling to pursue our goals rather than, pushing, hustling, working hard endlessly and thereafter feeling frustrated or burnt out, because that is not the energy that we want to be in after manifesting those goals. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to feel burnt out, frustrated and depleted, then what is the point, right? And I am absolutely not in subscription to that kind of way of attaining goals and way of manifesting goals. So I feel that there is a much more aligned way to go towards them, which is once you nourish yourself from within completely. The second energy which I want to embody for my 2023 present is expand. So expand in the present, expand is not in future. Once you start expanding in present, automatically the things that we want to create becomes easier. So what do I mean when I say expand for me in my present? Since expand for me is with regards to expansion in self-worth, not associating my worth to something external, to my goals, achievement or accomplishment, not at all associating to anything outside of me, because I know that is a self-sabotaging pattern. Expanding my self-worth, expanding self-love, giving that love, compassion, kindness to myself, in the present moment, because I know that is going to give me so much of energy, so much of alignment to be in the right state of mindset to go towards my goal. Expansion and courage, clarity and confidence to show up unapologetically from my authentic self. So I want to embody these virtues in my current reality, because I know once I do that, my task, which are going to lead me towards creating that goal or my vision, are going to become easier. And I would stay aligned on this path for a long term rather than thinking very short term goals. So the second key was to embody your present energy. You can choose your word which you feel in resonance with. The entire conversation about this episode is for you to activate something within you so that you can also start to think with that regards what are these words and what are these values and virtues that are going to help you accomplish your vision, your goal, the dreams that you have for this year, and not just let another year pass by with the same kind of a thing, same kind of a routine, or not doing what you truly want, or not creating or not living a life the way you want to. The third important key, which is extremely again important, and which then makes all of these three together in integration, is aligning with your future self energy. So our future self, even though it sounds like it is in future, that self is available to a present now. Because understand, it is you at the end of a day who were in your past, who is in your present, which is much more evolved, better, as I told, more brighter and radiant, definitely. And in your future, it is all going to again multiply. And then you have your goals and vision. So this future self of you who is better and evolved in all aspects, who has achieved those goals and vision which you have decided for you. So you know that this future self energy is available for you now. So most of the times what happens in goal setting and all this kind of a work is that we think that okay, we need to make a roadmap, how to reach from point A to point B. Yes, that is required. I definitely am not negating the fact that we should not be taking that action steps. Before even getting into that, this work becomes even more important. So rather than waiting for that goal to get manifested or accomplished and then feel, happy, satisfied or fulfilled, it's actually going backwards. The much more smarter and intelligent way to stay in long term and to ensure that we holistically ensure that we fulfill our vision and goal in a much more fulfilled, aligned, and ease way is to embody those energies of that future self who has got all of it, success, probably all of the visions, manifestation that you have, everything they have got, and get that energy in your present now, which is very much possible. The energy of my future self that I want to embody in my present now for 2023 are flourish, fulfilled, and trust. So, flourish and fulfill is quite obvious, I think, because you will agree that any goal, vision that you want to manifest, any dream, desire, at the end of a day, it should make you feel flourish and fulfilled. So, I do have my list of goals, right? I have written them. I have this whatever number of goals that I have written for 2023. But at the end of the day, I want that. What is my end objective after accomplishing the goals? Is to feel fulfilled and flourished. Flourished again from inside out, that I've expanded truly to that higher potential, and fulfilled. Fulfilled in the way that, yes, what I did was truly what happened, what manifested for me was for highest good, feeling that satisfaction, feeling that wholeness. And trust is very crucial. When I speak about getting all of this future self energy, that successful future self of you energy in your now, trust becomes the most important element. Because you would say that okay, it's easier for me to think that future self, energy in now, but like I don't trust like it would happen. And if that is a kind of a belief, if we go after, then definitely this is going to be a bumpy ride for trusting that, yes, that version of me is available for me and I can magnetize that version towards me in my present now. And by doing that, trusting that I'm going to manifest those goals also. Maybe not in a way that you intended to, right? That is the whole point. Like when you think that okay, these are the number of steps you need to take to reach that goal post, it never actually works. Most of the time, it does not work in that fashion. It's when you surrender to the process. You do take action, absolutely. Take aligned, inspired action, but also stay in a surrendered way, knowing that, okay, there is not just one way, but there could be some other guided way which you would come across. There would be some unexpected opportunity that would come across. So, staying open to that. So, that is a kind of trust that I'm saying. So, deepening this level of trust in yourself first and foremost, that yes, it is possible for me to create, to have that kind of a future. Trusting the process, that let it be in any which ways. Even if it is not in my way, I am still okay because I know that whatever way it happens would be the best for me. And finally, trusting the universe to show and guide, because I firmly believe that we are always guided. Our intuition, our inner knowing, which is so much in tune with the universe, with God or source, whatever you would like to say, which knows the best for us. They know what is best for us, which is going to truly make us feel all of those things, energies which we are working towards, feeling flourished, fulfilled. So, trusting the process, trusting in unseen, unknown, towards the future that you intend to create. And also releasing in a way, knowing that, okay, this or even something better, always. So, once we start integrating these three key aspects within ourselves, our past self, extending forgiveness, compassion, gratitude to the past self, because whatever we are today is because of that version of ourselves. In this present now energy, the energy that you want to embody and express, staying in tune, staying in alignment with that energy, and also getting our future energy once we have accomplished those goals and vision in your present now. So once we integrate all of these three together in our present now, that's when we actually become this authentic whole self. You are very much in your present now, but then you are not disassociated in the past, present, future. You're staying very much in present now, becoming your whole integrated self. And for me, I feel that that is what gives you immense power, immense clarity, and immense confidence to go towards forward your goal. And this is what I'm sharing from my personal experience, for my learnings and working. So this process is going beyond just mere goal setting. It is to truly aligning your mindset, embodying the energetics of your future self, past and present, and then we manifest these goals and visions from an total whole self alignment and in much more fulfilled ways. And this is the entire process and the work which I teach you in my Glow Up workshop. So this is a workshop which I'm conducting for female professional entrepreneurs working who wants to get into your authentic alignment in your whole integrated self, so as to make success inevitable for 2023 goals and vision. Moving towards the success and goals from inside out. Because success is always and always 80 to 90% in inside work, and it is only 20 to 10% of the external strategy. I believe that external strategy is available everywhere. But it's what more important is to truly start aligning with our own authentic self. When I was coming up with this idea of workshop and designing this workshop, I was thinking like what it should be resonate with and what is the energy of this workshop and what is the outcome that I'm intending to create. And this was a thing which really popped up for me was glow up. And I started thinking back that, what was the reason that I got into this entire space of mindset, energetics, personal development, self growth, spirituality, and everything, all of these wonderful things and tools that I immersed myself in, used them for myself, for my own personal growth, and then became a coach to really help other women, help women and females on their journeys who want to level up and truly go beyond any kind of a stress burnout situation. And I remember that it was quite a few years back. I feel almost, I would say 6-7 years back, when and it was thanks to social media. Definitely I give a whole lot of credit to social media. A lot of people would have a lot of things to say about it, but it is a tool, again, I feel, which could be used in both ways. either for your own growth or for your advantage or otherwise as well. So the point here was that I was following these certain people, and I could see and I could sense and make out that the kind of life that they had, not just what they were posting on social media, of course, but otherwise also, these people, they truly looked and felt fulfilled. They were radiant and they were glowing, and this was not definitely some kind of a glow of some makeup or nothing of external beauty kind of a thing. No, would make it out. I'm sure you would have seen some people, or would have such kind of an examples where you see that there are certain people who just glow from within. They are so radiant, so bright. There is something different about them. They are so peaceful, calm, centered. And I wondered that what is it? What is this person doing? Like, oh my god. And of course, during that time, I was in a totally different kind of energy and state. Probably extremely, angry at myself, irritated, or perhaps sad, or I don't know what it was. But then there was something very peculiar which I noticed in them, and that radiance. And I thought, oh my god, this is something even I want to be like. I want to feel that kind of a thing and energy. As far as I remember, I feel that that was a point which got me to this world of personal development and, self growth, spirituality, mindset, and everything. And it's been over a period of so many years that after doing so much of work for me, it was primarily for me, for my own growth. Thankfully, I stayed consistent with that kind of a work. It was never like, okay, I did something and the results were quick or instant. No, it really took me a lot of time, which is not always the case. People do get result in a very, fast track way. But I'm thankful for that experience as well, because ultimately it led me to go even deeper and deeper into it. So it was my curiosity, it was my need and hunger for knowledge, everything I would say, that kept me digging deeper and deeper and deeper. I felt that this last year, as I just spoke about the beginning of the episode, got so many things into perspective. Like why things weren't working out for me, or why I was in that kind of a state and energy. In general, why I was playing small in life, why I was so closed off. That is what, and so many revelations came with this kind of inner work. More so, when I got myself certified to become a coach, that also changed a lot of trajectory in my life, because it is one thing that when you learn something for yourself and you take up courses, once I started doing a coaching, so many things became so very apparent and evident for me and myself. And definitely that helped me to serve my clients, because I know that from the place from when I'm coming from, what got me past through certain blocks, limitation, stories, is what is going to help them as well. But the point to tell you here is that at the end of a day, I feel that what we want to really accomplish, or what the end result or goal that we want to arrive after having manifested those goals, dreams, and vision, is to feel that kind of a fulfillment, that radiance from within. And I'm specifically speaking from the feminine perspective here, right? So this is not a masculine way of going after goal and vision setting, like I'll give you 5-step formula or a 6-step formula. Okay, this is what you do. No, this is not that. Absolutely not. This is much more deep work. This is going beyond even mindset, I would say. This is going in energetics. This is going in integration of your past, future, present. It's everything coming together in full circle to give you a holistic view and to give you a perspective, to make things so abundantly clear, so that you know what is the goal and vision that you want to create, and you get a roadmap towards that, to go after that goal and vision in a much more aligned and fulfilled way. So if you feel called to do this kind of a work and truly experience that authentic alignment and make success inevitable and show up unapologetically and truly just pursue any goal or vision that you have in your life, I invite you all to join my Glow Up 2023 workshop, which will help you to get into your authentic alignment and make success inevitable for your goals, visions for 2023 and beyond. So you can click the link in bio. You can check out the link I'll leave in the episode show note, or send me a DM on Instagram. My handle name is I am Sharayu Sawant. I'll leave my handle link also in the show note. You can Send me a DM there, follow me there. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and it activated that a different perspective towards moving and starting this new year. This new year truly is bringing up a lot of new, fresh perspective and energies for me, a lot of learnings which I have gained, a lot of learning wisdom which I would have gained in so many years and especially from the last year as I've been sharing, and I look forward to share much more in the future coming episodes. If you have liked this episode, please do give your ratings for this episode. They really do help a lot. Share it with your friends whom you think would help from such kind of a content. And do subscribe to my channel, Be Your Unapologetic Self. Thanks a lot for being here and see you soon again with yet another unapologetic podcast episode. Thank you.